Vince, ever since the spring, we've learned that evangelical Christians really love to bake for weddings. Turns out it's a huge problem, though, if it's two gay people. The barrage of Republican quotes that we could roll out here talking about gay marriage and equality is endless, except for the fact that now the temperature of the nation's a little bit different. So, the Republican Party has a huge problem, and especially candidates like Ted Cruz, who've had to walk back quotes of his past thoughts on gay folks and gay marriage, saying that he would love his daughter and kids unconditionally if they were gay. Does that mean he's changing his position on traditional marriage? No, of course not. So, has anything really changed? And how do these guys, who clearly need to pander to that base, who, let's be honest, has some bigotry in it, and yet still run the line of a national campaign to a country where more states are going for gay marriage? How do they do it?
It's just crazy. That's all I know. I mean, it's, simply put, I do not understand why they still are trying to walk the line. I mean, I don't know how much worse it is when Cruz says, you know, I am still against it, as opposed to one of the other candidates who are actually like, well, I plan on attending a gay marriage. Same-sex marriage is fine. You know, what now? It's like 38 states plus D.C. is okay with it. So what are you trying to hold on to this for? I don't understand that, because as far as, you know, people are concerned, I mean, old people, over 65 crap. 1996, only 15% of them were willing to actually be okay with it. Now, you've got 40% who are okay with it, actually more than 40%. And if you look at religions, here's a study, survey data from Public Religion Research Institute, and if you look at that even, most religions are okay with it. Even 42% of Muslims are okay with it. You've got to understand that when you think about all of these things, at the end of the day, you're only coating a very narrow base that you're actually trying to get with this gay marriage thing. And so I don't understand that, and I can't for you know, the life of me see that GOP, even with all the crazies, still go for a candidate who is totally against same-sex marriage.
Exactly. And listen, I grew up in this. I grew up from a right-wing conservative family who happened to be Christian. My mom really does believe that Jesus is coming back any day now, so I like to set out empty shoes around and pretend I'm missing. But hey, here's the thing. I don't get this. This idea of, hey, I'd love my children. Is there anything more right-wing and Republican than, yeah, if it happens to me, I'll tolerate it, but I don't care if it's other people. I don't judge you by how you deal with things on your own when it's your own family. I judge you by how you treat society at large. This idea that, oh, as long as they're cool if their own kid comes out of the closet, as long as Dick Cheney didn't boot Liz out of the house, we're okay with it. But hey, no, I actually care about how you treat other people. The mark of people for me is how they treat people that have nothing to do with them. The old adage of people who are not nice to the waiter are not nice people, that applies here. If you're homophobic at large, but oh, you love your kids, you're not winning my vote. Until they change their talking points on the actual issue, it's more nonsense to try to appear like a softer, compassionate conservative. And we've all fallen for compassionate, conservative bullshit before. Let's not do it again.